Hey guys, what's going on? Yuli here with another incredibly easy dinner for you guys to prepare. Something that's gonna knock everyone's socks off, and some people said that it couldn't be done in one pot, but we're gonna make it happen in one pot. Tonight, we're gonna do Amatriciana, which is a quintessential Italian pasta dish with just these ingredients here and one pot, like I said before, okay? So we got these, I'm using bucatini. Bucatini are like spaghetti, but with the hole inside. You don't have to use bucatini, you should, but you can also use spaghetti. It's totally fine. Right here, so traditionally we want guanciale. Guanciale is gonna have a little more fat, it's gonna help render a little better and not as salty. I could not find guanciale, so I have prosciutto cut into cubes, okay? So it's still fatty, pork, and it's gonna give us the same flavor profile. We're gonna render this down. I'm gonna show you how we're doing this. Now I got, this is like a rustic cut. Strain some water out of the tomatoes here. We got them nice and chopped up in there, but we're not using strained tomato this time. Red pepper, a little bit of white wine, cheers. Pecorino romano, and salt, all right? So let's get started, follow me. All right guys, we're gonna hit the fire on. We're gonna dump this right into this. Now, I'm using a Dutch oven, but you don't have to. You can literally do this in a large saute pan as long as you have a domed lid. It's gonna give you the room that you need. Like I said, this is a very, very, very easy dish. We're gonna let this render down. We want this to get kind of crispy and crunchy. We want the fat to start to dissolve. We want the pork to get, we want like crunchy, let's picture bacon bits, even though it's not bacon. So we're gonna let this kind of do its thing, and we'll come back and deglaze in a bit. Almost forgot, throwing in red pepper flake now. And this is to taste. If you like spicy food, throw a lot of pepper. If you don't like spicy food, don't throw a lot of pepper. There is no wrong way to make this. All right, let's turn the heat down a little bit. We don't want anything to burn. We just want to render this fat down real nice. And we want this pork to get nice and crispy. Look how nice it's getting right now. Maillard reaction on the bottom. We're gonna soak up all those brown bits later once we deglaze with the white wine. All right, so traditionally the Amatriciana is not made in one pot. I don't know if I'll catch any heat for doing something like this. I hope not, because it's gonna be freaking delicious. And this whole dinner, I mean, obviously this video is gonna be sped up, but this whole dinner from start to finish is gonna take you about 20 minutes, if that. Not many ingredients. I mean, what do you got? 6 ingredients, and you're gonna have a pasta that will blow your head off. Again, one pot, haters gonna hate, but it's gonna be really delicious. So to give you a little history on this dish, this dish originated in the hills where the farmers, overlooking the town of Amatrice, where the farmers would come back after a long day with pork jowls and cheese. And they'd cook this up in a cast iron pan, and the rest is history. All right guys, let's get this in focus here. This is good for me. So we got a mixture of really crispy bits and some chewy bits, which I want some bite when I'm eating the pasta. And we still got some fat that hasn't completely rendered out. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this to the next step. I'm gonna crank this on full blast while I walk away. We're gonna grab the wine, we're gonna give it a little bath, and make some magic happen. Cheers. All right, we just want the alcohol to cook out of the wine here. We want, obviously, the flavor of the wine. We don't want to cook it out completely, but we want the alcohol to evaporate. Okay, we don't need alcohol in the dish. We just want that sweet flavor in here. You can already see the bottom. No, you can't really see it because it's covering so much. We've already made a really nice sauce between the renderings from these bits and the Maillard reaction going on in the bottom of the pan. This white wine just cleaned it all up. So now we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna grab the tomato. We're gonna dump the tomatoes in. And we're almost at the end, guys. The tomato, like I said before, so this is a rough chop. I strained a little bit of the water out so we can really just get some clumps of tomato. It's not a very watery pasta, but you're gonna see how this goes. Now the nice part about this, guys, because we're cooking the pasta directly in here, and again, maybe sacrilege, we're gonna get all of that starch from the pasta into this sauce. So that starch, instead of being lost in the water, is gonna go right in here. It's gonna kind of bind this all together and make it real nice and creamy. I'm gonna grab the pasta. So, bucatini going in. I'm not gonna break these. If I had an oval pan, it'd work a little bit better, but I'm gonna add a little bit of water and a little bit of salt just to get this going. Now guys, with this pasta, being that we're doing it in one pot, we don't know how much water that pasta is gonna suck up once it starts to wilt and go down. So we're gonna keep checking it, and we're gonna regulate the level of the water. If it's too dry, we'll add a little more water. If it's too wet, we'll leave the lid off, let it boil off a little bit. But right now, we're gonna just let it do its thing. All right guys, let's see what we got going on in here. All right, pasta wilted, but not done. So I'm gonna push it down the rest of the way. I'm gonna add a little bit of water. I'm gonna throw the lid back on. I'm gonna give it another 4 or 5 minutes, check what's up. Ooh guys, you know what I just realized? We never salted. We're not going nuts with the salt this time, only because I'm gonna be throwing in like basically that entire wedge of pecorino romano, which is obviously a very salty cheese. Guys, while I'm waiting for that, I'm gonna go ahead and do some work. I'm gonna grate this down. About this much is gonna go in with the pasta. We'll save that for its little hat at the end. All right, guys, this should be it. Taste for doneness. I can already tell based off the texture here, these guys are done. Done. Now we're gonna give it a little pecorino bath. Dump this right in here. Now let's go plate this. I'm plate this up right now. I always like to grab a ladle. Grab a healthy portion here. Well, a little more than that. I need more than that. There you have it. Amatriciana. One pot Amatriciana. They said it couldn't be done. Oh my God, this smells so good. I'm gonna go eat. Buon appetito. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you have subscribed to my channel at this time and you're trying some of these dishes. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. Turn on notifications so you can see when the new videos come out. I really hope you try this. This is probably the easiest pasta you will ever make in your life, and it is unbelievable. If you could smell what I smell right now, heaven.